This sketchbook, it killed me. Hi y'all, I'm Liz, if you didn't know that already, and I am back for a little bit. I finished my latest sketchbook. I've had it for over a year, and which is bad for me because it usually takes me like 5 or 6 months to finish a sketchbook, and this one would just give me hell. It just killed me. I hate the sketchbook, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you anyway. So here we have Monstrosity Sketchbook number I forget. So here we have my glorious, glorious, terrible sketchbook. And I had some issues this year with stylistically. So my style, like halfway through the sketchbook, abruptly changes and then it goes back. And so that's a big issue in the sketchbook, but it's fine because it helped me improve anatomy a little bit. That's okay. Here we go. I tried to do the year in pixels thing, but I have given up horribly, and here's a doodle of Roach with that new style I just talked about. And I started watercolor this year, and I really like watercolors. This is my first attempt with watercolor, and it's actually really, really bad. The watercolor is messy and everywhere because I didn't know how to shade with watercolor at the time. And these were some characters I had from a dream that I never came to anything. And then there's a hot dog. Then here's a drawing of Roach from where my style was the same as it was previously. But again, I went through a stylistic change. And so here's Roach, watercolor, a little better, but not great. Here's Pink Diamond. I really wanted to draw her after she was revealed. I like this drawing, but I also don't like this drawing. I don't like her tears. They just look funny to me. And then here's this doodle of a girl wearing someone's clothes. This was really hard for me to do because, again, didn't know watercolor. And yeah, as you can see here, this is where the pages start to get ruined. I've had to remove a lot of drawings in the sketchbook just because they were just ruined by these pens that I used. It was awful. I hated it. And I had some good drawings, like here, for example. And I know, like, stylistic change again, trying. But like, no. I was so sad. Here's another one with watercolor this time. I was using these really, really crappy gel pens from the dollar store, and that was a mistake I made that I shouldn't have done, but I did it anyway. So here's a drawing of 2, and then Roach. I changed his hair. It went back to normal because Instagram people decided that they didn't like it. I also learned how to draw shoulders this year. Another ruined back page. Drawings of Lotor, because he is my husband, even though he's a trash husband, but whatever. Nan, Ira, another character from a roleplay, and a songbird. This is an idea I had. This is 2, and then that is Mara from my friend's comic, and then a bunch of doodles that my friends did. My friend Chloe drew that, and then my friend Adriana drew that, and then I drew this, and yeah. Bunch of characters from a comic I was doing, and that's Jezza, me, because I don't like poetry, Dan again, and Jezza in my normal style. Some stippling I did. I really like stippling. I think stippling's really fun. So I did this realistic stippling thing. Watercolor of Nan. I actually hate this watercolor. It's a redraw of something I did so long ago. I'll hopefully find it and put it somewhere in this video, but the sketch was a whole lot better than this. I hate this drawing. A bunch of songbird doodles, and rest in peace this page. It was thoroughly destroyed by the pencils. Another destroyed page. My friend from Track did that. Roach and his brother, songbirds. Like a drawing that my teacher liked. I just doodled this in class one day, and he came up behind me and sat behind me and was like, you know, you could really do something with this one day. And I was like, okay. And he's like, what does it mean? I'm like, it means nothing. And that's kind of just the message of my entire life. Then we have a sketch I did of this digital art that I did. Hopefully I'll put it up here if I remember. I'm pretty sure I will. But yeah, here's a sketch. I'll put the digitalized one there. A realistic girl I doodled. I like this drawing. I don't really like it as much as I used to, but I like it. It's okay. More doodles of songbirds. A mermaid man. Not mermaid man and barnacle boy, but mermaid man. Merman. I meet the artist. Just digitalize that too, but I don't like it. A doodle of my character, my first OC named Saturna, and I don't like her anymore. Yesterday I doodled a bunch of Reed because I want to bring my old character Reed back and make him mine again. So I doodled a bunch of those yesterday. More songbirds. Nan. Two. Different style. I tried to go back to colored pencil, and it didn't work well. So this is my old Homestuck OC stream, and yeah, that's all that's there. Doodle of character from Nin and 2 story that I ditched. Roach, don't like this page at all. Okay, so I've mentioned her before in my my OC talk thing. This is Clem, and this is Kid, and she somehow manages to get herself in literal hell, and she ends up in his house somehow, and they like fall in love, but humans are illegal in hell, and so it's like modernized hell, so they have certain regulations and no humans are allowed. So when Clem gets there, it kind of causes havoc. And then I drew that from a podcast I watched, Super Mega Cast, and it was that's Matt from Super Mega. Songbird cover, I again ditched a bunch of Roach doodles. My grandpa had told me to redraw this one. It's an old drawing I did forever ago in one of my older sketchbooks. You might remember, but yeah, my grandpa told me to redraw that, and I did. And then here's this drawing of Roach that I really like, even though it's not really that good. More doodles of Jezza, Dan, Taylor, and Austin. Just fighting monsters and doing that kind of their thing. Bunch of Clem doodles, and then Clem being arrested and put in hell jail. Hand practice, me being exhausted, and Kid doodle. Romantic, drunk Kid and Clem wanting to go home. Here's where my watercolor got a little better. I actually messed this up and I just made it really darkly colored instead. Bad side profile of Clem. Doodle, bad doodle, good doodle, good doodle. Okay, so this is where my style changed. I started drawing, you'll see it, I kind of started drawing like these types of eyes. And it didn't work out really well because it helped me learn expressions a little better, but it just wrecked me. So yeah, I liked it for a little while, but then like over time, I started to really hate it. Like I love how this page looks, except this drawing. And it looks so nice to me, but like I just lost how to do this type of style over time, so I just quit and went back. More doodles in that style. I like this drawing, except her, yeah, I like that face. Drew Stan from South Park, characters from my friend's comic. Old doodle, Kenny from South Park. Girl, I was trying to conceptualize Danny from Danny Phantom. This is a doodle of me from being very stressed out at my new school. Yeah, this is just a vent doodle of me just being so confused. More Clem doodles. I like this drawing of Clem. Doodles of Roach. I hate this one. I don't like this one either. Well, I don't hate that one, but it's kind of what brought me back to my old style. doodles of character I was trying to conceptualize, and I eventually did get it. I did get it. It's just for a story I write. I hate this drawing. I really do. I didn't want to rip it out because I don't like ripping out pages of my art. But yeah, I don't like it. The hair and the face look wonky. There's too much hair and stuff. Ugh, I hate it. Lance from Voltron and Danny from Danny Phantom. I adore this. This drawing is actually what got me a commission once. My friend came up to me and was like, do you do commissions? And while I was drawing this, and yeah. Dude, I finally got the idea down for what I wanted to do for my character. Her name is River. She's my son. Pidge from Voltron, Bubblegum from Adventure Time. Doodle I kinda like, kinda hate. More River, Quentin, that's her best friend. River colored, I don't color her like this anymore, she's got black hair now. Nan and 2, and then there's Quentin and River. A doodle I did from when I looked up Tumblr Girls, I like referenced it. And then doodle of a dude. I got into Sandersides recently, and it's been a bit great. It's been freaking amazing. I love Sandersides fandom so much. It's so welcoming. I have never been in a more welcoming fandom. So I drew Virgil, and then I drew a Danny. Kid and Clem. I digitalized this too, but I don't like it. This version is a lot better than the digitalized. Clem, and then this is probably the point where I started to go back to my old style. I missed drawing those types of eyes and that style, so I just went back. So here's Virgil doodles, and then there's a deceit. I hate that drawing. Doodle of Clem. More doodles of Clem and Kid. 2. Here is River, and then there's a Virgil drawing. I love this drawing. It makes me so happy. He looks so good. And then Deceit. I've digitalized this doodle, and then I've digitalized this, which I will show. This right here is terrible. The digital version is actually a lot better. I'm not the most content with it anymore, but like the digital version is a lot better. This one, I like the digital version of this because I had to go back and fix it, but I doodled a girl. I don't necessarily like this drawing a whole lot, but I did it. And then here's the last page. I doodled Clem in my new style. Some flowers. I looked up a girl and I struggled so hard, but it's a Tumblr girl. Looked up the same thing I did last time with realism. And then flowers. I've been trying to draw sunflowers a lot lately. I got inspired by something. Some pillows that I was in my living room drawing. Flowers, and then, yeah. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am Liz, and goodbye.